Hi there, it's Lori with Art Lab Designs, and I'm coming to you with the April 2019 card kit from Simon Says Stamp with the cards that I made from that kit. And if you are wondering why it's August of 2019 and I'm only now recording April, you have to go back and watch, let's see, 2 or 3 videos ago, I guess the November 2018 video, I explained why I'm so far behind in recording. But anyway, let's jump right into this kit. It was really beautiful, and it was called Hello Darling. I think this stamp set is still available at least. But it came with a die, which was a pair of rain boots, or wellies, as you might call them. And it came with some stickers, which I still have quite a few of the stickers left, as you can see. But I did use some, especially on this card. And it had some foam that had adhesive on both sides, which I used on one of my cards, I guess. But there's a little bit left. And then I have quite a bit, well, not quite a bit, but like scraps of the pattern paper left. And of course the stamp set and the die, but I really used a lot from this particular kit and made a lot of cards, as you'll see in just a second. So this first one was really simple. It's just a white card base, and I used some wood grain pattern paper and then some of the stickers to make this this little, I don't know, ensemble, if you will, kind of make it look like an entryway or a living room or something. And I used a piece of wood grain paper for the floor as well. And on the inside I used one of the sentiment stamps, Sending Sunshine Your Way. This one was really simple to do, but I think it came out really nicely. The next one is a floral rhapsody. I used some of the pattern paper to make a frame. And then on the inside I used some coordinating pattern paper to make a square, and then I used a die cut that came with the kit that says Choose Joy, and I put some Wink of Stella over that so it would sparkle. And on the front I used some iridescent sequins to dress it up a little bit. This next one, although super simple looking, it took some time because I stamped and stamped and stamped and stamped with various shades of green some of the leaf motifs from the kit and some of the little dots, and used the big Hello Spring in the middle. And then I left this one blank so people can write their own little note inside there. For this card, I used, again, one of the ephemera card pieces. I guess you could use it as a journaling card too. And a piece of the pattern paper on a brown card base. Again, I used Wink of Stella to make the flowers stand out, and it says, Just for You. And on the inside, just a card to say hello and you're amazing. And I finished it off with some Coco Nouveau Jewel Drops. That's my favorite brand, excuse me, which you'll know from watching my previous videos. I just love the Nouveau Jewel Drops. This one, a side fold card, again made with some of the stamps from the stamp set. These, pardon me, these little terracotta pots and flowers and stems and little dots and things. And it says, just a card to say hello and you're amazing, just like the last card. And I left the inside blank except for the 3 hearts so that, again, somebody could write a nice little note to a friend or loved one. I'm sorry, I think I just banged the camera. And the kit also came with some envelopes, so I've paired them up where appropriate. So with this card, Sending You Lots of Love, this is, again, one of the cards from the ephemera pack on top of some pattern paper. And I included a little notch here at the top, which I made with just a round circle punch, and then only glued on 3 sides, so that way somebody can stick a gift card in here or some cash or something like that for a gift. it says sending you lots of love, and then the inside is blank with a coordinating piece of pattern paper. And I paired this one with the blue metallic envelope. This next card is pretty similar to that last one. I used pattern paper again, and one of the journaling cards cut the can't spit it out. Cut the semicircle at the top so that it can be used as a pocket for either another little note or, as I said earlier, a gift card or some cash or something. I used Wink of Stella on the wreath, and then inside it says Miss You, and has another little strip of the coordinating pattern paper. I can't remember if all of these envelopes came in the kit. I might have used some envelopes from a different kit, but I'm not sure. Again, another pretty simple one. I used some of the pattern paper that had all of these words on it, like home and enjoy and live simply and humble and kind, shine bright, and just put thank you on top of a piece of pattern paper and kind of frame them up, cut them with an oval wafer die. So thank you, and again I use Wink of Stella, and then on the inside, today is the perfect day because I know you. And I used one of the stickers and some more pattern paper at the bottom. And I paired this one with kind of a chocolate brown envelope, and again I'm not sure if, I think this was one of the envelopes that came with the kit. This one, again, super duper simple. It's just a white card base, and this was one of the pieces of pattern paper, and it started out I think 6 by 8. I think the pattern paper in this kit was actually 6 by 8 or 8 by 8. Can't remember now. And all I did was cut out the, live life in full bloom and the picture of flowers and the little birdie, and then excuse me, glued it to a white card base. And then I had these Tim Holtz acetate butterflies and moths, and I glued one to the card just by its body so that the wings are dimensional and stick up. And on the inside I stamped hello there in blue to coordinate with the picture on the outside. This one, again, pretty easy to do. I used some of the pattern paper that I sort of felt like looked like wallpaper, like you'd see in maybe your grandma's house, and used the Let Your Dreams Blossom journaling card, and I just attached some twine to the back and then a cocoa enamel dot so that it sort of looks like a picture hanging on the wall. And I left this one blank inside but used some coordinating paper to dress it up a little bit. And this one is totally pattern paper. It's actually, I used some pattern paper underneath this because it wasn't quite wide enough for the card. But it says, it's your turn to blossom. And again, Wink of Stella and some crystal drops in tangerine, I think they're called. And this one is just a piece of pattern paper and one of the stickers. A rubber boot with a burst of flowers coming out of it. And another pattern piece one, so 2 of the pattern papers. A journaling card, which I made dimensional by putting some foam adhesive behind it. And it says, Happy Blooming Birthday. And then the inside's blank. I might actually stamp something inside this one, but for now it's blank. And I added a piece of coordinating pattern paper, which matches the journaling card. And for this one I used, again, pattern paper for the whole card front, and I used a die that I have that cuts a scalloped heart out of the pink gingham paper and then put the mug that says love you with flowers coming out of it on top of the whole thing. And on the inside I stamped a pink bicycle, which was one of the stamps in the kit. And I like this one a lot. It's really cute. I love birds and nests and things like that. So I knew that I would want to use this particular image somehow. So I cut it out with an oval die, and I used a couple of pieces of pattern paper behind it, tied some paper twine underneath and just a simple knot, used some Nuvo stone drops in turquoise or teal, and then on the inside it just says thinking of you, and it has some more of the pattern paper to coordinate. This next one uses the die that came with the kit, which were the rain boots, and I didn't use that die as much as I thought I would, but I'm sure I will in the future. It has the rain boots also have flowers or tulips coming out of them. So what I did was I cut the rain boots out of a piece of pattern paper, this green and white pattern paper, and then I cut off the flowers and cut the die again with white paper, and then cut the flowers off and glued them behind the boot so that I could color them. I think I used colored pencils. Yeah, I used Prismacolor colored pencils to do the tulips. And then for the boots, since I used pattern paper, I just used some brown colored pencil to kind of make them look a little bit muddy, and to add some shading and shadows, and put the whole thing on a circle on top of some pattern paper on a chocolate card base, and stamped on the inside with white ink from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Has a little heart too. And those are all of the cards that I made with the April 2019 Hello Darling card kit. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. And if you are looking to see the details of any of these cards, they're all in my Etsy shop, which is listed below in the description. And you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Lori_Bain. If you have any questions, please don't forget to leave them in the comments. And thank you for watching.